What's the damn deal, y'all? That's right. With the return of the Super Mega Awesome Show, we return on episode 17. Now here's the deal. Honestly, it's been kind of hard. I've had jobs, I've had training, I've had all kinds of other stuff that I've had to get into. That's why the Super Mega Awesome Show is kind of taking a back seat right now. But I got some good news for y'all. There have been changes, there have been lifestyle changes, things that have changed in my life. Now, we're gonna have some real fun. I'm planning on doing a Super Mega Awesome Show every Saturday for you guys. Of course, this one won't be a Saturday one because it's not Saturday, I don't think. I'm not sure, but it might not be uploaded on a Saturday anyway, even if this is Saturday. But the new Super Mega Awesome shows after 17 will be coming on every Saturday, non-stop. I want to become a good YouTuber and give you guys some good stuff to watch, some good things to think on, and then obviously, like I've promised for years and never delivered, but I will now, there will be skits and different things thrown on this channel that might not be Super Mega Awesome Show, but they are part of what I do. So, let me just give you guys a recap, tell you what's been going on. The biggest thing has been me becoming a professional wrestler. I used to talk to you guys about it all the time on my old videos, and now it's actually coming true. I have talked to Booker T at Reality of Wrestling, and once I get myself into better shape, I will be heading down to XWF or XFW, whichever the one it is. I don't remember because I'm always flipping the two. But I am heading into that as soon as I'm prepared. And when I'm ready, we're going to start getting ready to become what we were meant to become. Professional wrestler. And once I'm that, there's going to be almost no time for a Super Mega Awesome Show, much less anything else. So after that, Super Mega Awesome Show will more than likely turn into a weekly podcast off of my phone. I might still call it the Super Mega Awesome Show, but most who have seen my show will know that it's nowhere close to what I'm usually making and usually doing. So I will apologize for that in advance, ahead of time. But anybody who knows what it takes to be a professional wrestler will know that it's something I cannot control. It's something I can't change, much less can I deal with in a fashion such as, I don't know, maybe keep doing the videos. I really would like to, but as my schedule gets more piled down with training and in the future possibly matches, my time will be strained extremely, and I might end up having a new host take over the show, and I will just still direct it, which is very possible because I have several friends who like the show and would like to take the reins if I were to have to leave. So, yeah, that's pretty much the update on what's going on right now. I wanted to do this little promotion here pretty quick for my homie KZK. He's in the hospital right now. He's pulling through. He's just got off dialysis. His kidneys are working again after massive kidney failure, which normally for a normal person would be that, you know, without dialysis that'd be the end. But he is starting to fight back, and he is off dialysis, and his kidneys are working again. So that's the greatest news I could have ever heard for Christmas, New Year's, whatever. And on January 31st, I don't remember the venue, but I'm going to put it in the description of this video. There's a benefit going on for KZK to help him with his hospital bills and to help his family through this hard time. There are going to be several people actually doing sets, actually putting on a show. There's several that are called out right now that are on the chart for it, but we don't know who actually performing yet. The biggest thing is that we're going to put it down for our homie. we're going to make sure that he knows that while he's down, his homies has got his back. And that's what the fam's all about. When a homie's down, you pick him back up and you help his family back up. Because that's what family does. And I've been telling y'all this for years. And it's like I'm the only one that sees it. All the beef and all that bullshit, it's not worth it. We're family. We're supposed to protect each other. We're supposed to hold each other up. That doesn't mean freebies for moochers and shit like that. It just means that when somebody is really in trouble, when they are really down, and there's nobody else that can help them but the family, that's when we're supposed to step up. That's when we're supposed to become the Juggalo family that we're supposed to be. A lot of you have forgotten that, and I'm tired of it. You need to remember what it is to be this family. This family is something special. And the more you guys forget about it, the further and further apart we get from each other. Now, off that serious note, if you smell what the Jeff is cooking, what I've got for you guys right here is a little bit of news on both WWE, TNA, and a couple other things that involve the wrestling world. Now, I was at 2 of JCW's Bloody Manias in a row, and I have to say, those 2 Bloody Manias were so fucking awesome. They really did come close with ROW, the 2 shows that I've attended so far, Christmas Chaos and then just a regular TV taping. Both were awesome, especially with Hardcore Holly being involved, and then the second one, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, the world's greatest tag team. And it was Reality of Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Syndicate. And at the end of the night, Reality of Wrestling came out on top. And on the 15th of January, it's going to be a whole nother battle for supremacy over the independent wrestling world. Now, the biggest thing I want to say is that if Reality of Wrestling is taking on Pro Wrestling Syndicate from New Jersey, that means it's only a matter of time until Pro Wrestling Syndicate tells its buddies, Ring of Honor, that we, Reality of Wrestling, are not to be trifled with, and that we are also a place for stars to become superstars. So, if you're in Texas, in the Clear Lake area, and you have a chance on the 15th to go see this show, Reality of Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Syndicate, I highly urge that you go online right now to realityofwrestling.com, purchase your front row tickets and a meet and greet, because it's just, the shows are awesome. If you've ever been to a WWE event, it's unconnected. You sit in your seat, you go to the concession stand, you come the fuck back to your seat, you sit down, you watch the show, and you're not involved. You can chant all you want. Nobody's going to hear your chants over the millions of other people that are there. And I'm over-exaggerating, obviously. But compared to your one person, there are a crap load of people in that building. Thousands. And you're not going to be heard. You're not going to be able to see as well because you're going to be far away. Independent wrestling is where you get your wrestling fix. That's where you can actually enjoy the wrestling show along with the people that are around you, who actually will interact with you and show you what real wrestling is. Now, WWE. Let's get on that subject since it's all out in the open and there's a bunch of stuff going on right now. So, we lost the authority and we got the authority back. I saw it coming. Nobody else saw it coming. Everybody else just saw everything's going to change. No, it's not. You need an authority figure for the Stone Cold type figure to battle against. And right now, we needed Triple H back because Sting has already opened up that door of who he's going to face at WrestleMania. And we all know it's going to be the King of Kings, Triple H. Because he attacked him. Who in their right mind thinks that they're going to attack Triple H and he's not going to come back for you? It's gonna happen. He's just Cerebral Assassin. I'm talking storyline here. Cerebral Assassin, Vigilante. Vigilante's gonna get a fight. It's gonna happen. So, everybody who is wishing for Undertaker and Sting at WrestleMania, probably hold your breath. Because it's more than likely not gonna happen. because Undertaker's very old now, and I don't think that he wants to wrestle anymore. I could be wrong, because I don't know the guy personally. I don't know Mark Calloway, but it could be very possible that he's just not into it anymore, and he's had amazing matches, great matches throughout his career. I don't see any reason he's got to prove himself anymore to any of us. So, with that being said, the other stuff going on in WWE with Ryback actually coming up, which, thank you God, he deserves it. He's a good guy. All the shit that CM Punk said is bogus. You know, that dude doesn't know shit about Ryan. He's not... That dude is just a quitter. He's a quitter, and he thinks that going into the UFC is going to keep his career valid. And in the end, it's just going to get him beat up. And I, for one, will watch his matches just to see CM Punk get his ass whooped for being such an idiot. How do you have, and I'm sorry, but someone like me, whose every last fucking dream is to be a professional wrestler and to wrestle in the biggest company in the world, Punk was that close to becoming a WWE Hall of Famer, getting a ring, and in the end, he threw it all away. He quit. He spat in the face of Vince McMahon, not literally like Bret Hart, but he did it emotionally, and he did it professionally. And that's not something you do if you want to become something great in wrestling. And it just goes to show me that he never cared. Punk never gave a crap. He didn't want to be the best in the world like he said he was. Because if he did, he never would have stopped. Adversity, getting pushed to the back of the line. This is all shit that happens and has happened in wrestling for years. If you can't take the heat, stay the fuck out of the kitchen, Punk. And go to another kitchen. I guarantee you, that kitchen, you are going to get burned in. Bad. So apart from CM Punk, all the bullshit with WWE, TNA's moving to a different night. They're moving to, they're moving to Wednesday nights, and on top of that, they're going to be on a totally different channel now other than Spike, and I don't know if I get the channel. TNA, if you see this, I want you to know that if I don't get this channel, I will be deeply disheartened, because I love total nonstop action, Impact Wrestling. I love it. I love TNA so much that I really want it to be my wrestling home one day. I'm hoping to get scouted for TNA, because TNA is wrestling. TNA, the fans still put their mark out there. TNA, the wrestlers still go out there to wrestle. You can't cut us off like this. If I don't have Destination America on Uverse, I'm gonna miss one of my favorite wrestling shows. So if it's not on Uverse television in Houston, Texas, get on the ball, TNA, and get us Destination America so that we can tune in, because we love TNA. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I love TNA. And I want to see it again. I want to keep it as my weekly dose of almost indie. Because I watch a lot of indie wrestling. ROH, Reality of Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Syndicate. There are so many others that I watch constantly. Some that can't even be considered indie, but I just don't watch them regularly, so to me they're sort of indie. Like New Japan, which is not indie in any way. That's a huge wrestling organization in Japan. Chikara, and then AAA, and then Lucha Underground on the El Rey network, which I also don't get, but I catch that on the computer. TNA, Dixie Carter, you can't rip TNA away from us. I don't care about the financial problems you're having. We need TNA. And y'all need to get your shit together and start competing. Because if you never compete with WWE, you're never going to become what you want to be. And it's obvious that TNA wants to be that conglomerate like WWE. You want to be huge. And nobody hates you for that. I don't, at least. Because you have what it takes to do so. You just have to challenge them like WCW did. If you never challenge them, nothing's ever going to happen. So, off the wrestling tip, here's what's going on with Big Louie, with the rapper. Insomnia is under production. We've already got a couple things put together. It's just getting wrapped up better, and we're trying to get everything set up. Edgar, I have not spoken with Boss in quite some time on how this album is going, but Edgar is going to be dope. When Edgar releases, I will make sure that copies are sold. I have to look into copyrights and different stuff like that, but as long as we've made the beats ourselves, and as long as it's all Boss's rhymes, it's free for us to sell. It's his product, it's his stuff, and MBK Records will sell it no matter what we face. Suits, whatever. I'll face it because it's my company, and I will face whatever comes head on. Top of that, we've been trying to work on Remembrance's album. I haven't seen him in a long time. He hasn't been in the studio. I think he's been busy trying to get his life together. Sometimes that happens with people. I don't want you guys to give up on Remembrance and think that he's just done or he's given up on rap. Remembrance is still trying to put together an album, and once it gets put together, I am also going to be selling that album on our website. So make sure that you guys be prepared for those albums, because they are still coming out. Insomnia will more than likely be the first with features. I'm getting mad features for this album, because my last album I only had 1 or 2 features, and this album is going to have 17 crispy tracks. So I want it to be the bomb. So I'm working my ass off on that one for y'all. I've got the studio set up. I've been having sessions. I've been doing good. I just have to keep my head right. So, there's one more thing that needs to be talked about here, and it's just the world in general. Shit is crazy right now, guys. Stuff is crazy all over. Hacking wars, North Korea, mad about a movie. There's just all kinds of crazy crap going on in the world right now. I just want you guys to know that if you don't have any hope right now, and you need a little bit of hope, let me give it to you. Let me tell you right now that everything is going to be fine. As long as you keep your head on straight and you be prepared for anything. Be prepared for the whole fucking world to go bonkers, because it's going to happen at some point. But if you're prepared and you're ready, you will make it. I promise. And I'll see you on the other side. This has been LBigJ12, and this is Super Mega Awesome Show! Episode 17. And I will see you guys later. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment all you want, and I'm good with any kind of comments, hate or good. You can do whatever you want. Just know that I got a lot of homies, and if you want to bring a shitstorm to my comment box, we will fight you back. This is Big J12. L before it. This is Super Mega Awesome Show. We're coming back every Saturday. Peace out!